Hey, Travis, just your thoughts on where things went wrong for your group today.
That's a bit of a list. We didn't play good enough to win, that's for sure. We weren't very good tonight. Got what we deserved.
I know you guys don't want to use it as an excuse, but are you starting to see everything that the players have been through in the last month coming home to roost a little bit here?
I thought we looked a little tired tonight, to be honest, physically. I thought we looked mentally tired too. But there's no rule in the league that you can't win when you're tired. And I actually thought we showed a little bit of mental weakness in the beginning of the second period with some of the plays we made. We first 3 goals we just kind of handed them to them with bad passes, bad turnovers, bad coverage, and all of a sudden 6 minutes into the period, we've given up 3. But you can, yeah, we might have been tired, but you can still win when you're tired.
Okay, next up here, we'll go to Farhan Lalji.
Fatigue showed at times tonight, Travis, but just going forward, now you get into the first set of the back-to-backs and the real meat of the challenging part of the schedule is in front of you. How do you manage that?
Just manage it, Farhan. I don't know what you mean, like how you manage it. What are we going to do? We're going to play the games. We're going to get ready to play. We're going to get our guys they've played a lot of back-to-back games in their life, in their career.
How about your lineup? Do you have any other options that you can use because of the back-to-back and try to get some guys in and some fresh legs?
We know all the players that are here. We've got the players that we have are the options that we have.
Okay, next up here, we'll go to Jay Janauer.
Travis, good evening. It seems almost unfair to be overly critical of your hockey team because of what you've gone through in the last month. I understand that. I also agree with you on the mental fatigue thing. I know you called a timeout. I know you read them the riot act. I know you're coaching, but also how much do you have to take in the reality of what's gone through the last month and how you handle this hockey team the next week or two?
Well, I think I just kind of said it, yeah, we might get tired with all these games, but you can win when you're tired. You've got to be smart. You got to do the right things. You got to make the right plays. You can pass a puck on the tape when you're tired. You can make a good decision and get a puck behind them and not turn it over and not make hope plays when you're tired. But that's being mentally strong as well. And that's understanding that, hey, maybe I've got to play a little simpler game. Maybe I got to play direct. Maybe I got to put a puck behind here that I don't quite have my jump. And we kind of gave into it a little bit. And sometimes we do that when we get down as a team because I know our guys want to win so bad. I've seen it before when we get down a little bit earlier in the second period, we start to really chase the game and push try to make plays out of nothing. And that usually doesn't end up well in our favor. And it didn't tonight.
Surprise you, Travis?
Did what surprise me?
All the mental mistakes that you talked about, the odd man rushes that we saw?
A little bit, but some of them were veteran guys, some of them were young guys. And that could be a little mental fatigue, but again, you gotta also have mental strength. And I'll say it again, you can still win when you're tired. There's a reason we're playing the games.
Okay, we have a couple more hands raised here. We'll go first to Daniel Wagner.
Travis, you talked about the players you have available to you. They're the players you've got. I do wonder about young players like Cole Lind and Jack Rathbone, if you consider putting them in, not because you're giving up on the season and wanting to put young players in, but because they might give you a better chance to win with fresh legs, maybe a bit more skill or energy that they might have as young players?
Well, Daniel, it's fresh after the game. I know there's lots of talk about our lineup. I've been asked this a few times. I'm going to look at the game. We're also the ones that watch the players every day when they skate and trying to figure out when they're ready and if they're ready and putting them in a position to succeed. But I can tell you that we have and we will continue to consider all the options with all the players that are here. And I like our young guys. I think we've got a good young stable of players that hopefully I'm excited to coach in the future. But we've also got to make sure that we do right by them and put them in a spot to succeed. And also we've got guys in the room that will give anything they can to win, and they want to win. But to your point, if I think they can help us win, they're going in. I can tell you that.
And you made a decision to pull Demko at one point very early on in the third period. Yeah. Just wanted to know what the mindset was behind pulling him with 7 minutes to go.
Well, we needed 3 goals. We had our top players on the ice. We pulled them then. We were going to change them on the fly if we had to and go back and forth with them a little bit. We weren't creating a whole lot. We needed to get 3.
All right, and lastly here, we'll go to Ian McIntyre.
I haven't seen you as overtly angry as you were early in the second period, Travis. Is this, I know there's been some disappointing nights this year. From a coaching standpoint, is this the most disappointed you've been?
You guys don't see me behind closed doors some nights. So, and yes, I was angry then because it's a big game and we all want to win badly. Yeah, am I disappointed tonight? Yeah, for sure. How could we not be? You want to win. You want your players to win badly. Your coaching staff wants to win badly, and we should be disappointed that we lost. When you lose a big game, and we've lost 2 in a row here that were big games, there's nothing wrong with being disappointed. I can tell you that. This is a highly competitive league that we're in. You don't get here if you're not highly competitive. And every guy in the room, every part of our organization should be upset when we lose. That's the kind of people we want.
And I didn't get very far last game trying to ask you about your top players. So I'm going to put it to you this way. You know, JT Miller, who's arguably certainly your best forward, but arguably your best player right now with Pettersson out. When he makes a play like he did on the goal early in the second period where he gives away the puck and then he lets his man go past him.
Yeah.
Does that have an effect on the rest of the team beyond the scoreboard if your best player is making a play like that?
No, I mean, it not more than anyone else. You know, JT's a highly competitive guy. Does he make mistakes? Yeah, he does. Every player does. And I'm not letting him off the hook. It wasn't a good play for sure. He knows that. Sometimes JT's will and competitiveness does get the best of him. And sometimes he tries to do a little too much. Much like when Hughes fell down, here's a young guy that just wants to put his team on the back. It's the same kind of thing. I know that, I understand that, but that's that mental fortitude that you've got to stay strong and stay with the game. We've talked about the type of game that Ottawa's playing right now. They don't give up a lot. They're waiting for us to make mistakes, and we're kind of trying to play the same way. And I thought we gave into it a little. We cracked first tonight, and we cracked for 6-7 minutes there, and it cost us.